Well, now, today is day 14 here at Roc Barlovento in Varadero, Cuba. I've secured the room till 2 p.m., paid a little extra. We normally have to check out at noon. So this is the return. The day is dawning slightly overcast and very breezy, but at least it's not gonna rain, I hope. Anyway, to be continued. It's hardly anybody in the dining room, but there's, yeah, they're all lined up at the egg station. So I'm lining up. Last chance for fresh fried eggs. So, yeah, we'll see how long it takes. Well, after 10 minutes lining up to get some eggs, of course there's nobody there now. I was last in line and I stayed last in line. Oh well. Anyway, for today's offering, we have the 10-minute wait eggs and, first time I've seen it, some bacon. So this morning, eggs and bacon. Awesome. Also, this will probably be our last meal in the buffet area, as they'll have lunch out at the ranch on. And we've managed to get our favorite table every single time we've been in here. So that's absolutely brilliant. Thank goodness there aren't very many people here, otherwise we probably wouldn't have been able to do that. Well, we spent an hour packing. Pretty well done. Just have to do the last finishing touches after lunch. We've got the room till 2, so there's no big panic. Don't know what we're gonna do now. Go down to Calle 17 or... Okay, well it's not 9:30 yet. We'll wait half an hour and we'll we'll wait half an hour and then we'll go to Calle 17 and have our light. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna get a beer. And so that's it. My scooter's making no noise today, which is odd because it's been making noise every day since we've been here. But hey, who knows? Since we've been here, these leaves, this one and this one, have, when we first got here, they weren't in your way. Now they're brushing you every time you go by them. So it's been growing. Right then, we're off to one last visit to Calle 17 to watch a bit of the world go by. Well, we just ran into Felito. What a surprise. And my scooter's making noise again, but oh well. I'll figure it out when I get back. I think some WD-40 in some particular spots may cure it of its noisiness. I think the solid rubber wheels are kind of like rubbing on the rims, so I'll spray some WD-40 in there and that might quiet it down. Well, here we are at Calle 17, taking the world in. Of course, there's nothing going by right now because I turned the camera on. Oh, there's something. There's a cab coming, a little tiny little electric cab coming. Coco taxi, they're so cool. We didn't get to ride in one this year. Didn't think my scooter would fit. So, too bad for us. Yeah. Uh-oh, cop's making a U-turn. Right. Oh, here comes a horse taxi. Been in one of those a couple of times. I bought an esim for $30 for 15 days before we came down, and called Gig Sky. Totally useless. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't access the internet. Couldn't make a phone call. Waste of money. Waste of money. Don't bother buying Gig Sky. I'm gonna email them and say, why did I buy this? Because it's like, you know. Anyway, just a note. Just a note. Make note of it if you're thinking of an esim. There's very few that cover Cuba. This one said it did, but apparently it doesn't. If you've been following this day by day, you may have noticed that I don't spend as much time at the beach bar. Well, that's because the guy who was there, Michael, just talks to his buddies, constantly prattling on in Spanish back and forth, and he plays music just a little bit too loud, so it's not a nice, comfortable, quiet spot to be. So that's why I didn't go there as much. Anyway, it is what it is. I'll probably have somebody different next year. So we met some friends from last year who we met here. This is Marilyn from Fort McMurray, and this is Kirk from Fort McMurray. He's a safecracker. Well, we're here at El Criollo, spelled El Criollo, at Calle 18, Street 18 on 1st Avenue, right at the corner. Yeah, we're having another cheap lobster lunch. We have to kind of watch our time because it's 11:45. We've only got a couple of hours before we have to be out of the room, and there's still a bit of packing to do. So this will be our last lunch in Cuba for this trip anyway. And hopefully we'll be back in November. It all depends on what's going on with the airlines. So, see what happens. Yeah, this restaurant's pretty tiny, but it's they serve good food here. There's an open kitchen. You can see where they prepare everything. And they have a baño, which I believe I will be frequenting rather soonish. Well, the baños are clean, and there's one for men and one for women. So, that's a good thing. Here's my Cuba Libre. Unfortunately, they don't have any dark rum, so I can't have a cubata. But Cuba Libre is good enough. I've got some sort of mutant lime. But it tastes like a lime, so it's okay, man. Okay, so this is the $1,900 special. I took the shell off already. Apparently there's banana frites too, but or plantain frites or whatever. I'm sure they're going to be extra. I thought they were instead of the rice, but hey, you know, doesn't matter. I have enough to cover it in Cuban pesos, but I'm going to be a little shy when we come down next time. I'll only have a couple of thousand. I'll have to buy $100 worth. That should last us a while. Anyway, enough babbling. Now time to gorm down. I have an unknown vegetable here. If anybody knows what it is, let me know. Cool. Oh, and here are the chips. No, they're definitely going to be extra. Yeah. So all that food, 2 Cuba Libres, a limonada, was 5,500 pesos, which is about fistful of Cuban bills. 5,500 pesos is about 224, 40, 20, 25 bucks, if that. Unbelievable. Right, it's 25 to 1, and we're gonna head back to the hot. Oh, Jesus! Oh boy, nice even sidewalks. We're gonna go back to the hacienda and finish packing. Nancy's gonna have a shower. There's our cantina right there. Place we like to hang out. You know, watch out for the tree, George of the jungle. Right, so anyway, there you go. I still don't know what this place is. Perhaps it's some sort of bar, or it says what? What does it say? Del Castero. El Castero. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Alright, anyway. Seen people there. Oh, look, a lizard. I've seen people there playing music and watching on. This is Bellamar. We didn't go to Bellamar this time. I found their prices a little you didn't get good value for money, I found. But, you know, last time we went, there were a lot of shortages. Still pretty breezy out here. You gotta kind of hang on to my hat when I go across the street, because wind will just pull it right off my head. Radio, we're all packed. We're hanging out in the lobby. Gonna have a few bebidas before the bus comes in another hour plus. Anyway, we're ready to rock and roll. It's 3 p.m. and we're on the bus. So goodbye Barlovento. Here's some, if I can get this to turn around, some scenes out of the bus window. It's about a 15-20 minute ride. Not too bad. My gimbal's acting funny, but still seems to work somewhat. Just not looking forward to the nightmare of the airport. It's sort of brutal. But, you know, I'll be in a wheelchair and there'll be a guy pushing me, so we'll get to the front of the line and figure it out when we get there. We're picking people up at the Grand Aston. The place is massive, probably like 2,000 rooms or something stupid like that. Oh God, no. I like the smaller places. I don't think I could live any time staying here. Well, maybe not 2,000 rooms, but 1,000 rooms anyway. Typical casas. And rocks. We're on the access road to the airport. Not much to see here really, but we should be there in just a few minutes. Then the fun begins. Well, we made it to the VIP lounge. It was relatively painless. There was a great big long lineup, but being in a wheelchair, they push you right to the front, which was awesome. And there was a lady there who spoke English fairly well, so we have confirmation that the scooter will be at the door of the aircraft when we land in Toronto. Oops, no, there it is. Yep. So right now I'm gonna have a glass of rum and a cold beer because my mouth is all gagged out. We have about an hour and a half to kill here in the VIP lounge, and then lady's gonna come back and run me in a wheelchair up to the aircraft, and I gave her $5 US to get me here. I'll give her another $5 US to get me to the plane. And oh, what do we have here? What is this? We have a beer I've never seen before. Hang on, let me get this to turn around. And we have La Salve, I don't know. But cerveza lager beer. So that's good. I've never seen it before. All the times I've been to Cuba, I've never seen a beer like that before. And I have a glass of Ron Añejo, aged rum. What kind is it? Oh, 7-year-old Havana Club. We're special. Anyway, that's it for now. Right, I'm connected to the airport Wi-Fi. My 30 minutes of free internet. Oh boy. Now let's see if my game will load. It stopped working. Nope. It's not working here either. Well, if it doesn't work at home, I'll just have to stop playing. Been playing for years. God, I'm a level 46, man. Wow. I don't know. We'll try it on the home Wi-Fi, and I think I've got my Scopely password, so I'll try loading it on my desktop computer and see if that works. And if that works, I'll delete this and reload the game. But if it doesn't work, that's it, I'm done. Oh well, such is life. It seems we are boarding early, about 50 minutes early. So, we're going to the gate now, and I guess we get to sit in our seats for a bit on the plane. Well, we're at the boarding gate. There seems to be some confusion about what's happening. It says departure time is still 1800, 6 o'clock, but it's only like 20 to 5. Quarter to 5. So, I don't know. Everybody's kind of milling around going, what? Huh? So, anyway, we're just sitting here. The thought just struck me. We entered the elevator to come to the departure level, and there's a mirror in the elevator. And I looked at myself with this white hat on, and I looked like Guy Caballero from Second City Television. Well, it's 5 o'clock and we're still sitting here. I don't know why they wanted us to come up here, but hey, we're here. Right. A minute later, after my last little video there, we're going down the loading ramp. Ever so slowly. Anyway, we're first on. Probably be last off, because we gotta wait for my scooter, but... Something about loading ramps, I don't know. Anyway, to be continued. Right, well, we're on the plane. It's 7 minutes, well, we're here about 5 minutes after 5. It says it's not going to take off till 6, but I think it might take off a bit earlier because we're boarding now. I can't see it lasting an hour. That's the marvelous view I have out the window. Anyway, at least I'll be able to take some shots from the air. Plenty of legroom so far, as long as the seat isn't reclined. But yeah, not bad. Well, it's 5:25 and boarding is completed. I may get my tablet out after we take off and the seatbelt sign is off, because my phone's only got 20.
Honey, once they close those bins.
Well, my phone is at 23%, so
You should
so much for
ahead.
that. Yeah, I should have planned ahead. Oh well, I got a book to read anyway, so don't know if we'll take off on time or early.
I'm not dragging it down.
If boarding is completed, hopefully early. So the captain just made an announcement that the flight time is going to be 3.5 hours, which is a little longer than usual because there's a bit of a headwind, but it's 5:30 and everybody's boarded, so we might in fact leave early, which would be a bonus. Maybe we can get home before midnight. Okay, the door is closed. Now we have to go through the safety procedures. Don't have our pushback yet, but I imagine it'll be happening fairly soon. Right, we've received our pushback. The engines are revving up a bit. We still have to go to our runway. They've given the safety instruction in both French and English. So, we're starting to move towards our takeoff runway. And I'll put the camera to the windows so we can feel the power. Okay. Just cruising along here. Maybe this isn't our takeoff runway. Find out in a second. No, I don't think it is. We're just moving to another runway. Yeah, okay, we had to parallel runway, we had to turn around so that we're taking off into the wind. Give us that extra lift. Alright, engines are revving. Here we go. Oh yeah, baby. Feel the power. Eventually we'll be at 36,000 feet. It's like there's a few brush fires down there. Flying west at this point, or maybe east. There's the coast anyway, I can see it. I don't know if you can make it out, it's getting kind of hazy. Like we're going north now.
For your safety, please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is off, as turbulence may occur at any time. We encourage you to keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're seated. Federal regulations prohibit smoking, including e-cigarettes and vaping, as well as consuming cannabis or personal alcohol. In-flight service will begin shortly. Please refer to the menu in your seat back, which lists items for purchase on today's flight. Lavatories are located at the front and at the back of the aircraft. Please use the lavatories located within your assigned cabin. Economy guests may use the forward lavatory when service is being conducted. If it is occupied, please wait at row 4. Please stay clear of both galley areas. We would like to extend a special welcome to Western Reward members and guests of our airline partner. Refer to the seatback literature or ask the cabin crew member for more details on how to join Western Rewards or to apply for the Western RBC MasterCard.
Right. Over some water now. Goodbye, Cuba. So we became airborne about 5:45, 10 to 6, something like that. Didn't look at my watch. Anyway, we got our tables down. And meal service will start soon. The hot towelettes are being handed out. What a cute little bottle. Dinner is served. We have carrots, potatoes, broccoli, chicken, some sort of salad, black forest cake, salt and pepper, Italian dressing, butter, and a roll. Looks good. Just got some chips and a Mars bar. Awesome. There are the lights of Toronto as we are descending. It's a zoo in here picking up our luggage. I swear, the next person that walks in front of me or cuts me off, I'm gonna fucking run them over. Okay, we're cool at our heels at the out-of-town services waiting for the airporter to come and pick us up. It's taken an hour and 10 minutes since we landed to get here. It's now 10:15. I don't know when they're gonna be here. I hope it's not as late as 11:30.
I don't imagine.
Anyway, I guess we'll find out they're here when they're here, man. Okay, it's 10:25. We're on our way. Almost on our way. We're in the van anyway. Right, it's 10 after midnight and we're finally through the front door. Another great trip.